I think our air is fixed. I did a very scary thing yesterday, and I called the home warranty company that we have. If you've watched this channel for a few months, you would know the nightmare that was the last time I called our home warranty. I had a week's worth of videos filmed because of the actual nightmare that was calling this home warranty. I'm sure there is a card in the corner of this video somewhere describing the absolute, linking you to the video that was that nightmare. I don't want to relive it, so I'm not going to tell it. So since we started turning on our air conditioning at the beginning of this summer, mind you, we just bought this house in November, so we have never used the air conditioning before this summer. We turned it on, and I want to say it worked for a day, and then it stopped working, and it wasn't the house was not cooling off, it was not keeping up, it wasn't working. And air was blowing out of the vents, but it wasn't cooling anything down, and it wasn't a good time. And so we were like, okay, maybe it just needs to get started. I don't know how air conditioners work. So we gave it a couple of days, and it was not working at all. So then I was like, well, I'm not calling the home warranty people because I don't want to deal with that nightmare again. So we would have windows open, we would have this ceiling fan going, we had box fans throughout the house we were using, and we sweated it out. It is the middle of July currently. We have been sweating it out since May. I finally caved yesterday because I've been thinking about doing it, and I got to the point where I was sweating so much, and I would come downstairs first thing in the morning and I would immediately be in a bad mood because I would wake up and I'd come downstairs and it was just muggy and hot already, and that would instantly put me in a bad mood. And I was Dan understood it, I explained it to him. I'm sorry I'm being such a grouch, I'm not meaning to, it's just this weather just immediately puts me in a bad mood, and because I'm not fully awake, that just adds to it more. And so he understood, and he also understood the extreme hesitation with calling the warranty company. Finally, it got to the point where for the past week or so, I've been contemplating okay, we need to get this fixed, and I might as well call the warranty company to see if they cover it, because if I call them and they send somebody out, or if they do the same thing they did last time and say that they don't have any providers in the area, so we have to call somebody. It's I figure, if anything, if somebody comes out and the problem gets fixed, if I go through the warranty and the warranty covers it, awesome, then we don't have to pay all that. If we go through the warranty and the warranty doesn't cover it, we needed it fixed. It had to be fixed anyway, and I do not know how to fix it. So yesterday, Dan and I went for a walk with Lambeau, and then we got home, and I was picking up poop in the yard so he could mow. And when I came in, I was it is hot and muggy and gross outside, and I came into the house, and there was absolutely zero temperature or mugginess difference. And I thought, you know what, enough is enough. So I sat down at the table and I called the home warranty people, and they, the automated message sent me a link on my phone to go online and schedule stuff. So I did that, and it was night and day different from start to finish. The entire experience. Everything went smoothly. Everything, it was easy to schedule. They assigned me with a company immediately. That company, I called them right away. They got the appointment scheduled for this morning, which was the very next day. Got that scheduled right away. The girl who came out this morning came out promptly. They said she would be here between 8 and noon, and I got a text and a call from her saying that she would be here by 8:30, and she got here at 8:30, and she came. She asked what the problem was. She went outside, she looked at it. 10 minutes later at the most, she came back in with this little piece, And she was like, I see this all the time. I answer these calls like 6 times a day. She said her name was Casey. She's amazing. Shout out, in the very rare chance you are watching, Casey, you are amazing. She came in with this little piece and was like, I fix these constantly. This is like one of the most common issues with air conditioners. She's like, what happens is they like overheat or something and they expand and like bubble. And she showed me the very top of it was supposed to, she's like, it's supposed to be totally flat, and it was like bubbled a little bit. So she said, when I see these, if I see that bubbling at all, she's like, I just immediately replace them. So she did that, and she had the air on, and she came in and she was checking it. She's like, yep, nice cool air is blowing through now. You should be good to go. So then I've been sitting in the house and like it feels cooler already. But that is done now. I am very thankful for that. I will keep you updated throughout the day and tomorrow to let you know if the air like continues to work. We will find out. I will keep you in the know. But I am relieved. I love you, Lambeau. I love you, puppy. For supper tonight, we are making hot pot, which I am very excited about because Dan and I have eaten hot pot several times, but we have never made it ourselves. So for, I think it was my birthday, my mom bought me this tabletop induction cooker and like a pan that, you know, cooks on top of it, specifically so Dan and I could make hot pot. And if you aren't familiar with hot pot, basically what it is, you have something like this that sits on the table, and you take all sorts of different proteins and vegetables that are all raw. So you could have like chicken or pork or beef or shrimp is delicious. And you can have like a raw noodle, and then you have all sorts of vegetables. So potato, sweet potato, onion, celery, lettuce. What else goes in there? Carrot. Mushroom is a great one. And you get the water up to the temperature that you want it to be at, so you want it basically boiling, and you start adding stuff in, and you just take it out as it's cooked and you put it in your own bowl, and it's like filled with like a broth. So Dan had gotten this from, there was a Chinese grocery store, so he went in and he asked them to help him find like some good hot pot broth, and they pointed out this, and he got 2 other big bags of them right here, but we're not using either of these tonight because both of these are spicy, and I'm not a huge spice person. Like, I can take some but not a lot, and Dan's mom is not a spicy person at all. Like, no spice, thank you very much. So this one does not. This, you take one of these and you put it into like a cup of water. So I just heated up a cup of water and dissolved one in here. And it's like a really rich, slightly salty, like chicken broth almost. So it's very, very good. So we're going to use that. But you fill this pot with whatever hot pot base you want. You could also just use like tomato bouillon or chicken bouillon, like chicken broth or whatever you wanted to use. You don't have to do a specific hot pot one. It really is, it's a meal that you want to have with lots of people, and everybody just sits around the table and you add things as you want them. If you want to add more raw meat, typically you will add the raw meat in one sitting, and then you will leave it until the raw meat cooks through, and then you can start pulling things out. So like there is a bit of a method to it. Like you don't want to add in a bunch of raw meat and then pull out some vegetables that were in there. But it's meant to be a time-consuming dinner so that you sit around and talk and you have like quality time together. So Dan and I are very excited about having this. His parents are coming over tonight to have this with us. They have never had this before, so this is brand new to them, which is very exciting. Hi, Lambeau puppy. I got all the hair out of his ears today, so he's been shaking his ears, huh? But look at how cleaned out your ears look. Oh my goodness, you can hear again. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. He has so much hair in his ears. I know, but you feel so much better, huh? It's also been raining all day and it's gross. Also, the air has been working fantastically. Oh my goodness, it's so nice. Okay, but anyway. So, what I am doing now, because this is the first time Dan and I have made it, I tested the broth to make sure it would be suitable. Now I am going to turn on the induction cooktop to make sure I know how to work that, so we are not trying to figure everything out last second. And I'll get that set up. I'll get the table like ready, so that's just done. His parents are coming at like 5 or 5:30. Dan is currently in, I think, Indianapolis with Jesse. They're meeting with another pastor, and he'll be coming back. They should actually have left to come on their way home by this point. So he'll hopefully be home about 5 or just shortly after. So hopefully we'll be eating by like 5:30 or 6. But I'm very excited about this. So I need to test out the induction cooktop, make sure it works, make sure it reaches extension, like it reaches the plug-in and everything, and I don't need to get an extension cord. And after that, I'm gonna just start cutting up stuff, because you have to you have everything prepped and you just cook it as you eat.